Love your enemies. Bless them that curse you. Do good to them that hate you. And pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you.
Which is the first commandment of all?
Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might, and with all thy strength. This is the first and great commandment, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
Master, thou hast said the truth. There is one God, and none other but He. And to love Him with all the heart, and with all the understanding, and with all the soul, and with all the strength, and to love his neighbor as himself, is more than all the whole burnt offerings and sacrifices.
Thou art not far from the kingdom of God.
Thou art not far from the kingdom of God. Throat's still gone. My throat's been gone for about a week. Vicky's was gone.
Nicodemus, that video.
I think it is. It's do you know what I found out afterwards? Like I had to shorten it a little bit because there was things underneath pointing me to Jehovah's Witnesses. After I copied it, I realized it was from Jehovah's Witnesses. Yeah, but at least they've got that bit right, you know.
They do actually have some good videos on their thing. It's a shame, really.
I know. I was like, it was after I downloaded it, I was like, oh, I could take that bit out. Then I seen it, I was like, and I had to go through it, and I was like, does it actually say the same as what the Bible says? And I listened to it, and it was, yeah, it's very similar, so it's okay.
There's very much difference between their Bible and any other Bible, mate. There's only them about keywords that are changed.
How are you in my chat, Luca? Have you made up another link?
Looks like Lucas.
No doubt. I don't think it is Luca, to be honest. Looks like someone came in the other day, right, with another.
Easy to find that. Let me have a look.
Abandoned.
Yeah, of course. Ruka, yeah, because someone's put Ruka, so it's someone taking the mic. Oh, let's see. It's probably one of our guys, babe.
It's Lucas' channel, that.
Oh, it is. So why has he put Ruka in
That's what his calls is saying there underneath.
Does he?
And that, yeah.
Ah, weird. Okay. Yeah, because somebody came in the backstage the other day, and it was meant to be. It said Luca, but it was a different demon-looking thing. It was like a shorter boy with longer wings and that, but it was the same type of thing. So I wasn't sure if that was him or not.
Can I just say something?
Go on.
You see, if you're not welcome somewhere, stop effing going there.
Stop effing, baby.
Effing. Stop going there. It's not rocket science, is it? If you're not wanted, if you're not needed, if these people don't want you and you know it, stop stalking people. It is not normal.
Hey, Sergio, good to see you. Barry, good to see you as well. Like, I seen Barry come in. I was like, wow, Barry usually comes in near the end. Like I said, I've got sick of Luca's antics, so I'm done with it.
I've missed a lot of what's gone off while I've been away.
Yeah, he just didn't stop. He didn't stop. It didn't matter what he did. He derailed the show. He just wouldn't do it. Even to the point where he was doing flats. His flats kicked him off. Do you know what I mean? Twice, 3 times, 4 times with flats had kicked him off. I don't know. But then he was over here derailing as well and just taking the mic. You know what I mean? Every time, I won't do it. You let him in and he does it again. And he says, oh, I didn't realize I was doing it. Sorry. I won't do it. And just carried on. And there was more stuff as well. So I just got sick of it.
But how do these people not get the hint? How can somebody be told so many times? This isn't just for Luca. This is for any weird stalkers listening. If you're told to go away so many times, why don't you just go away?
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, don't go telling people I banned you, Luca. That was Vicky.
I'll band you.
But
Call me a bitch. I don't
that's
care, Luca. You do
because
not bother me. You and your little trolls don't bother me. You
when
can
did I
all go
unban
and
him?
kiss my ass.
But when did I unban him? Maybe it's when I said I was going to unban him. Remember when he was sort of being okay? I
Yeah,
said I
but
will.
then he called you a liar and all that
Oh,
crap.
that's right. Yeah, he was calling me a liar and all that, and made them videos and stuff. And he called me a bully to flats. I thought he was actually saying I was a bully to him because I never watched the videos. I still haven't.
You're a bully to flats.
Yeah, I bully flats apparently.
I bully you, apparently.
I was, oh yeah, of course.
I bully everyone, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, you do bully everyone, babe. That's true though. That's really true.
You're a dick.
I know. But yeah,
DJ's actually been here and being face to face with me. Could have slapped me if I were bullying him.
yeah, I have.
You know what it is? I think a lot of people don't get our humour.
I know, I don't think they do.
Mm.
And they think that we're offensive, and we're not. It's just the way we are. Like, as English, British, Scottish people,
Yep.
we're all sarcastic, and you obviously don't know what banter is if you think we're all just bullies.
Yeah.
Oh,
Some of my friends, when I used to go out drinking and that, they were ruthless. Like, you wouldn't even have thought they were friends with things that they said. You know what I mean?
I
Exactly.
like that.
Exactly.
Definitely. But yeah, still got a sore throat with that, guys. I've had like a sore head for a few days as well.
I've had an headache for a few days.
I know, it's mad, isn't it? Like, because I remember Vicky saying she had a bad throat and a sore head, and then the next thing I'm getting it, and it's not like you catch a bug for sore heads, is it?
I woke up with sore throat one of the days when I was away, and then when I got home, I had a headache for about 3 days.
Aye, it's not good. Good. So
not like a proper migraine like killer. Like I could still do things, but it would just daylight niggling away.
It, like you say, it could be me looking at two screens, even though I've got them both in dark mode. You know what I mean? It's still, especially with StreamYard.
You have spent a lot of time in front of them screens.
Well, yeah, exactly. Especially in StreamYard. The outlay of StreamYard is just pure white, isn't it? So it just in your face. Like Restream's better for that because it's blue.
I hate white screens. Like, I don't know how people use YouTube with a white screen. It's awful.
I know. Well, I didn't know I could change it when I first started using it. I didn't know I could change it, and then you said, remember you said to me, because I gave you a snapshot of something. You said,
what using white screen.
I didn't even know. And then in Element as well, you could change it in Element because Element's white, and you could change it to dark appearance. But yeah, this video, I haven't got a clue. It just said it's Wise Disciple Legacy. I never watched the videos beforehand. I just kind of go by the title, and it says something. What was the employment title again? At Harvard, wasn't it? Well, the title's in the show, isn't it? Even Harvard is realizing they're not aliens. So yeah, I take it. It's
this is interesting. Like when obviously I was studying with Jehovah's Witnesses, and I brought alien when I first started studying with them. Like I was like, I said, what about all these lights in the sky and these UFO? And they're like, you know what, Satan can make you believe anything. And that, even though it comes from Jehovah's Witnesses, like it's truth, man. It really is truth, like.
Absolutely, definitely. There's definitely a deception out there, that's for sure. Not just one deception, there's umpteen. It's definitely devil's work when they try to lead you down the wrong path, that's for sure. And you'll always try and tempt you, but God always provides a way out, so you can stand up under it. There you go. 1 Corinthians 10:13, I think.
There's like a common thing, like, with some abductees, where like they get told that they're special and they're going to be part of this new coming wave of like enlightenment, like mankind moving to the next level type thing.
Aye, of course. That's it. And I mean, a lot of cults can be made out of them as well. You know what I mean? So it's just madness. So we'll get on with the video. As soon as the video is finished, though, I'll play out with Mr. Super Sidewinder. I'm hoping to get about an hour done, but Yeah, it's still sore, so hopefully it's...
Before you carry on, like I've been watching some of last night's stream. It was a mint stream last night. I'm
Flats's.
sad that I missed it. Like,
It was a good stream, yeah. 'Cause even like Dave came on just from the beginning.
Can't always miss his good stuff.
And you've got, Here I Am, Lord Send Me, and the other dude, Kingdom, yeah, Kingdom Context.
I'm toying with the idea of going if he's actually out in Leeds doing street activism tour. I'm toying about going. Like,
ooh, why not?
It's like 26 quid return for 2 tickets from here now last, you know what I mean? Which is quite steep.
No.
Just to go for like from like 12 till 4 or 5 o'clock, like it's quite a lot.
Especially Leeds.
I really want to meet him though, you know. So.
Yeah,
I personally wouldn't be going to Leeds anytime soon after that kicked off.
Oh, what crazy, weren't it?
Oh no! But did you see that woman get arrested? The white woman for standing outside her house.
It's ridiculous.
Like what? They set fire to a double-decker bus, tipping police cars over and that, and a woman gets arrested for standing outside her own house, protecting her own property.
Did you see that shot I posted in Element yesterday from Bob Speaker's Corner talking about Christians and how they should be like fearful and, you know, were called to arms sort of thing? Did you see that?
No.
The one element now is just to put my links in the channel. I don't tend to use, since we've stopped using Element for Flatcher's show. I don't tend to use it so much.
See, like things are going to get worse, but you've got to be out there preaching gospel, you know. So like, you have to, you know, be prayed up, armor of God, and get out there. And even if it is bad, you know what I mean.
That's it.
Right, just 1 minute. Phone's ringing.
No probs, man. No probs. That's cool. Right. So, yeah, so hopefully we get an hour out of it. It's a 20-odd minute video, so hopefully we get an hour out of it. But whenever the video... Sorry. Oh, goodness, heartburn. Yeah, it's just, I've got that kind of heartburn indigestion thing. Just not feeling very well in general. I'm just not feeling very well in general. And obviously my head's up my ass because of my son and all that, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's one of them. We'll just get on with the video and see what happens, innit?
Yeah.
All right, let's go to it up. It's already here. So it is, who's the guy? A white disciple. I've already said, let me say hello to the people in chat. Just whoever's there in chat. I know Roger and that's not here at the minute. This is from this morning because it was meant to be this morning in the stream. So Roger, good to see you. Well, when you were here, Mr. Super Sidewinder, Barbara as well, Mike Van Dyke, Barry Ross, Luca timed that. No, got whooped away. Vicky, Barry, good to see you, and Sergio, good to see you, bro. Good to see you guys and the panel.
Luca needs whooped away.
Vicky, Michael, and PJ. Hiya, guys. Right, we'll just get going. Let's press play.
Researchers at Harvard and Montana Technological University concluded that so-called cryptoterrestrials could be an explanation for unidentified and unexplainable observations made worldwide each year.
The unidentified creatures are of supernatural origin, likened to earthbound angels.
What is the best explanation for the things we are all witnessing in the skies today?
Hold on, straight away, likened to earthbound angels. Any angels like earthbound?
Fallen ones.
Apart from kind of Lucifer. Apart, he was an angel, wasn't he? And he's kind of earthbound, isn't he? Because he's the ruler of this world. So, yeah. No, it's a strange one.
These beings are not traveling across galaxies. They're traveling to our dimension from another one, and they are communicating anti-Christian messages that are in line with New Age mysticism that denies the God of the Bible, denies the gospel message, and it pulls people further and further into the occult. The Bible has been ahead of the game on this one, friends. And now, even Harvard is finally catching up.
It does. It says big test everything, beware of deceptions. Bible's all full of that. You know what I mean? Absolutely. All over the place. Tells us to test everything, beware of deceptions. The devil's the father of the lies, which is true. Absolutely.
We got a paper from a Harvard researcher. Harvard. Last I checked, yep, Harvard's still an Ivy League school dishing out the next great leaders of this nation. And boy, we got a paper that proposes that aliens are secretly living among us. We're going to get into this, and I want to point out to you what something like this paper.
Not much of a secret anymore, is it? Everybody's
Not
seeing,
really.
like I say, seeing demons, seeing angels. Wow.
That,
Seeing
that,
aliens, the demons.
that secretly living almost echoes Bible when it says you never know when you're entertaining angels. Do you know what I
You
mean?
never know you're entertaining angels, exactly.
We have to remember that there were a good majority of angels fell with Satan, you know what I mean? So, and they didn't all get buried under earth or whatever Enoch says, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah, that's right. That's right, man.
Is truly exposing.
See, yeah, you don't like Enoch will tell you that demons are of the Nephilim, and they're the Nephilim.
Yeah,
Nephilim.
Nephilim spirit.
But yeah, originally I was always taught that demons were the ones that fell with Lucifer. But I don't think that anymore. I don't think that.
No, because angels are still angels, aren't they? Whether
Angels
they're
are
fell or
angels.
not, you know?
Yeah,
Look at Satan; he can portray himself as an angel of light.
exactly. But yeah, I think most of us were probably taught that. You know, the third of the angels that fell with Lucifer were turned into demons.
I mean,
But that's not
have you ever
scriptural.
watched?
Say that.
Have you ever watched like Derek Prince?
David,
He
yeah,
talks about like
I have.
being a bit like like an army hierarchy, like so you've got
Yeah.
fallen angels running things, and then under that you've got high level demons, and
Hmm.
slowly watching down to lower level. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, that wouldn't really surprise me. You know what I mean? That would not surprise me.
I think that's why it says, like in Ephesians 6, your principalities
powers.
and your powers. You know what I mean? So there's definitely like some kind of hierarchy.
Of course, because it's not against flesh and blood, as it says, against powers. Yes, baby.
I'm just going to ring Asda quick and then I'll be back.
No, that's one of
All right.
that's one of the biggest, most
Yeah.
profound things that Paul tells you. You know what I mean? And then people are so easy to like hand wave Paul. Oh, he's a false disciple and that, but he's literally telling you one of the biggest truths. You know, we're not fighting against mere men.
Mm.
You know, we're fighting against supernatural beings.
Exactly. And if Paul's a false prophet, then the Bible's worth nothing, because most of the New Testament, because most of the New Testament is written by him. You know what I mean, most of it. Good to see you, chilling, bro. Good to see you, man. I seen aliens in around UFO-shaped object. Then I realized it's just some dingy driver. Hi, bro. Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Before we go any further, if you're new here, welcome. This is Wise Disciple. My name is Nate, and I'm helping you become the effective Christian that you were meant to be. Before I jumped into this ministry full-time, I was a debate teacher and a pastor, and I draw from both of those experiences to make these kinds of videos. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We're almost to 200,000 subs. Come on. We're going to do a special dance when we reach that milestone together, you and I. Also, if you think this is an important discussion, would you share this video with someone else? And finally, check out the awesome discounts we're running through Logos Bible software. I use Logos for my own Bible studies every morning, and it's a game changer for the serious student of Scripture. Go to logos.com/wise disciple for some great deals today.
Aliens could be secretly inhabiting the Earth as we speak. In a new paper titled The Crypto-Terrestrial Hypothesis, a case for scientific openness to a concealed earthly explanation for unidentified anomalous phenomena.
I mean, these kind of, like, these film, these are always grainy, though. These ones are always grainy.
That one, it's just shown as that famous Tic Tac one, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. So, I mean, most of these ones I think are fake, because or set up, whatever. Set up is fake, isn't it? Because it's always grainy footage, or the ones that are high grade is probably some kind of CGI or I don't know, practical effect or some sort.
Knows, like, I mean, some of them they're called leaked, aren't they, from government, like, but
yeah,
are they leaked or are they released?
Exactly, like they got like military doing like flying experiments with them. Different kinds of aircraft and stuff like that. Yeah, we've always got that to consider. But even if you see anything in the sky, it could be It could be like demonic. It could be demonic.
I've spent a lot of time outside looking at sky, and I've seen loads of weird things. I truly believe that anybody can walk out on a night and you spend an hour looking at sky.
You'll see something. You'll see something. It's just like when eyes are not always look towards the sky. Yes, we have a glance up there now and again, but we're always looking forward. We never kind of look up.
Yeah.
That's my experience anyway. Kind of always look forward. You have to crane your neck to look up, don't you? So let's just actually doing something like looking through a telescope to look at stars or whatever. Astronomy.
People have got a permanently bent neck, haven't they, through looking at phones?
Question mark neck.
I've been outside photographing chemtrails and that, and I've had people like, "What are you looking at?"
I know.
Like, what? You can't see that.
You can't see the big two white lines in the sky. It's not going. It doesn't dissipate after a minute, after flight. It's like if it's contrails, then it
was that brought me to flat Earth, like. Cause I was sat out one day, and I was like, first time I'd probably looked up. You know what I mean? And I look up and, well, what is that like? I'm googling lines in the sky, found chemtrails, next thing, flat Earth pops up.
That's it. Yeah, I think I was on the moon landing and stuff like that when I had to fly out. It was just all of a sudden it was there, and I was like, "Wow, I'll have to have a look at that." But like I said, for me, Penny.
This is what annoys me, though. Like, people are quick, and flat earthers as well. They're quick to poo these other truths. Chemtrails, Mandela. Yeah. Like, so many people have found flat Earth through Mandela effect. Why would you knock it if it's waking people up?
Exactly, dude. Hey, Captain Cavey, good to see you, man. Good to see you,
man.
Always a pleasure. Right.
Researchers at Harvard and Montana Technological University concluded that unidentified anomalous phenomena, or UAPs, aka UFOs, could be living underground, on the moon, or even walking among humans. Though nothing has been proven, the researchers postulate
he's got this in double speed.
He ain't living on the moon, that's a fact.
No, definitely not living on the moon. That would require a solid surface. And we don't know what it is. But I think he's got this on double speed, isn't he? He must have been a long part and he's got it on double speed.
Yeah.
There you go, Barry Ross. Found flat Earth through Mandela effect. Yeah, amen.
There you go.
Out to Staveley.
Exactly, and I think that's the point. If you don't find, Jesus through it, then it's just information. It's just knowledge.
Its so-called crypto-terrestrials could be an explanation for unidentified and unexplainable observations made worldwide each year.
The paper outlines 4 different theories, including one, remnant form of ancient civilization.
Look at that. Look at those 4 theories.
Civilization remains on Earth. 2, an intelligent species evolved.
A remnant form of ancient civilization remains on Earth. An intelligent species evolved separately from humans and now stay hidden. Cryptoterrestrials traveled from another time period or planet. The unidentified creatures are of supernatural origin, likened to earthbound angels. Yeah. Now, what can you say about that? Yes.
What's up?
Oh.
It's good news, not bad news.
Okay. It's usually bad news.
It just don't weigh up, does it? That they travel all, like, this is an heliocentric paradigm, obviously, that they travel all these light years across vast distances to come to Earth, and then they don't make themselves known. They hide and do weird things. It don't make sense.
Aye, exactly. So you can order that today, can you, babe?
I can, baby.
I don't know. How did you get that? £50 off?
So
you sure it's not £50 off?
No, so because I've been locked out of my Asda rewards,
right?
Since I changed number, and because I didn't know what was in there. So today I was like, because obviously I know the situation, and then I was like, oh crap, I'm gonna ring it, and that's why I said to you, I'm just gonna go ring it.
Right.
And I rang it, and now I can get into it, and I've got £50 to spend. So
what you can spend it now, can you?
Yeah, so I'm gonna order you some shopping.
All right.
And get it sent to yours.
She always does that. She really seems to do my shopping for me, even though I could just go across the road. You know what I mean? She seems to do
I
my
wish somebody would do my shopping for me.
No, do you know what it
You are the
is, right?
shopper, Michael. You are the domesticated one.
I worry about him, and I do, like, with everything, and especially at the minute because everything that's been going on. But obviously, I can't help him like financially till next week. So for me, that 50 quid to do a shop for him is at least a bit of pressure off him.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I have been feeling low lately, but it's a lot to do with my son, what's going on with my son and that, you know what I mean? And I can't really get to see him because I mean, and then the thing is as well, without Jane, without his grandma being there, he's not going to want to see me. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them. He'll just say no. He'll just say no, same as, but at least he doesn't like hold a fuss like he does with his mom. Like his mommy says no, and like it's a definite no. With me, he lets me come, but as long as Jane's there, sort of thing. But Jane, I like to see him because it upsets him at the minute. So, yeah, I'm going to leave it the weekend and then see what they're saying. I mean, I'll phone through the weekend and see how he is. But we'll leave it till next week before I try and get there somehow.
You really need to get there and put your hands on him, mate, and pray.
I know. It's just a pain. It's just hard to get. Like my sister, she's always working. You know what I mean? It's not in the easiest place to get to, Warwick, is it, babe? So yeah, it's something. It's something I need to sort.
No, it's not.
It's quick as
Especially
possible.
because you don't, it's not as easy as just
Yeah,
one train, because it's not. It's, it's a lot different to that. So.
I remember I touched his shoulder before going out the door, and he flinches. He kind of like pulls away. He doesn't like it. But yeah, I'm continually, obviously, praying for him. But it's a crap situation. But he's of the age where he can choose to go somewhere. But anyway, it's my problem. It's my problem.
Separately from humans, and that now stays hidden. And 3, cryptoterrestrials traveled from another time period or planet. And lastly, the unidentified creatures are of supernatural origin, like in.
Well, we definitely don't believe that. No, I mean, the planets we see them like, I don't know, how do we see them? Like a wibbly wobbly jellyfish. That's how we see them. It does. It looks like you're looking through water, doesn't it? There's nothing spherical about them. I mean, they may look slightly spherical, but even the ones that are meant to have rings around them, they don't look like rings to me. They look like they're part of the body of that.
I think like it's just how that angel looks. I don't really know how much to explain it. Like Jupiter has its little tail, supposed moons. Saturn has its rings. I just think it's just
how it's meant to look. Yeah,
how it looks.
If you look at some of the descriptions of angels and like Ezekiel and that, I mean, people actually gather that that's actually aliens. No one would read Ezekiel. People say that's alien stuff because the angels look so weird, 4 faces and the things that they're in with thing like a wheel with eyes all over it and stuff like that. So why can't they look weird? You know what I mean? Because Ezekiel certainly.
Are them rings a ring with eyes all over them?
Yeah, exactly. Ring with eyes all over them, and it's spinning. You know, I mean, stuff like that, and it's just crazy. To us, it just we can't even imagine what that looks like because we don't know anything that looks like that. So that person describing it, Ezekiel, probably never seen it before either. So it's trying to describe something they've never seen. Same as in Revelation. John tried to describe something never seen. Yeah, exactly. Like if you'd never seen a helicopter before, if you lived in the 1700s and never seen a helicopter, you describe it as some kind of bird of some sort because it's up in the sky. Yeah. You describe it as a bird of some sort, just a weird looking bird.
To earthbound angels.
Okay, notice the 4 theories. Which one seems more plausible to you? I propose to you that the evidence that we're seeing all around us right now is not going to help you with this question. you're going to have to start by investigating what you're willing to believe. What is your starting point? What is your philosophical and ontological commitment? Like, because once you answer that question and figure that out, then you can go to the evidence and then you can consider what the best explanation is. So let's do this. Let's zoom into the paper a bit more, because there's some fascinating admissions.
So, like, for me, there's only one logical route, because my foundation is scripture.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, there's only one of them explanations fits.
Absolutely. There's not a selection of things. The Bible just tells you point blank. There's not a selection of, oh, maybe it could be this, maybe it could be that. This is a grey area. No, it's either or. You know, it's like you're all in for Christ or you're not in for Christ at all. Like, if you're lukewarm, he'll spit you out. You know, that's what it says. And that's, yeah. I mean, he's done that. He's done I've done a thing with this guy who's done that sermon on that. Well, not sermon, a video on.
Like for instance,
on that one.
Look at Not a Flat Earth Dave.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't believe these things. Don't believe in Christ.
Mm-hmm.
These things could be coming from beyond an ice wall, you know.
Yeah.
You're open to all kinds of deception if you don't believe in the God of the Bible. If you don't believe in Christ, you ain't got Holy Spirit to guide you. And all different types of deception is going to fall at your feet, and you know.
I mean, with Flat Earth Dave, I suspect he does think it's flat, but he's certainly not sure on it. He's not 100% sure. But otherwise, it's because of the non-committal to Christ. Because they haven't got a relationship with Christ, they've got non-committal towards Flat Earth. They're fickle-minded, because he'll just say, well, it's either flat or it's something else. It's 100 million times bigger. No, it's nothing else. It's flat, and that's it. Same as Jesus.
That's the annoying thing about it. It's like that's what you get from the Bible. Oh, well, we don't see Earth because Earth's too big. You know, it's like he's saying that exact thing. Well,
saying that exact thing.
A bigger ball.
And some globals say that as well, don't they? Some globals say that as well, don't they? You might as well be saying what globals. They're saying, well, it could be bigger than what we say. Do you know what I mean? But it's still round. It's still a sphere. So what's the difference from him saying it in a 95 Earth or a globe saying it?
It can't be a bigger ball, can it? Unless you're going to throw out everything, because everything relies on Earth having them said dimensions.
Yeah, exactly.
All the distances, you know, like AU distances and all that, it all comes from knowing how big Earth supposedly is, you know?
It doesn't matter how big a ball it was, how big a ball they think it is. You still need your 90 on that ball. Doesn't matter how big it is. Still need to get that 90, and you can't get it from a curved surface. Definitely not.
In this paper, take a look at this. So again, the paper, The Crypto-Terrestrial Hypothesis, say that 3 times fast. A case for scientific openness to a concealed earthly explanation for UAPs. Okay. I highlighted a few key things here for our consideration. The discourse around UAP is dominated by 2 main classes of explanation: a conventional terrestrial origin, e.g. human technology, which, by the way, probably explains much of the sightings that we see today. Not everything is, deemed.
Yeah, I agree that some of the things that you might see in the sky could be military, could be government things, flying about, testing stuff like Roswell or whatever, Area 50, 51, 52, 51. Why did I think 52? It's 51, isn't it?
But do you need coffee?
No. Don't need coffee. You're doing it now. Doing the shopping. What you like?
Need sugar?
No.
Right. Toilet roll?
No.
You have to change thumbnail to PJ's shopping list.
Right.
Gotta be done.
Yo, Sav.
Hi, Sav. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you, man. I'll put the link in if you want to come in, dude. Like I say, I'm not doing a long one today, but I'll put the link in if you need to come in, bro. I actually forgot to put the link up that day. Wrong one. I just clicked on it. Why not? I clicked on my own link to go. I'm trying to pin it, and I clicked on it. Replace pin message. Yeah, that's a one. Anyway.
And other things, even for the Christian. Human technology definitely explains a lot of what we're seeing today, definitely explains some of the early.
Hey, Sal. How you doing, man?
Dev.
Good to see you,
Hi,
bro.
Dave.
What's happening, Vicky?
You're a fella.
DJ shopping.
God, I had to get up freaking early today, man. I had this interview on the Josh Monday show. It started at 8 a.m. And I was like, oh my God, I never get up that early, man, because I'm always up till like 3 o'clock in the morning and then sleep till like 11. And it's like, I was like, oh shit, but it turned out good. He's going to send me a recording and I'll post it on my channel when it gets in.
Nice. So is he putting that as a premiere, is he? Or was it live?
No, I think it's recorded. He recorded it because he, I guess, puts him in a queue and then puts him out. Something like that. So yeah.
Yeah, why not? People do it differently, don't they? Some people just do videos.
I like Josh's sound.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's a good guy, man. He's a good guy. We touched on quite a bit of stuff for like an hour and a half show. That's about all it was. So it worked out really well.
Nice.
Look forward to watching it, man.
Yeah, too right. Absolutely. Right.
What are we on about here with these about the aliens?
Yeah. So I mean, I don't watch the videos, but so far it's just saying that Harvard are starting to realize that they're not aliens. I don't know what they're thinking they are. Maybe they're thinking they're Nephilim, like what we think. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We're kind of like, we're only like 4 minutes in. It's only a 20-odd minute video, so it'll probably just take about, well, we've been on 36 minutes. Probably take another half an hour or so. But yeah, so far there's no depth to it. It's just telling you the basics, like these the grainy pictures of the UFOs and all that. There's been no details of Harvard things yet.
Yeah, it gave you a list of different explanations. Can you skip back to it just so Dave can see that?
It's just
it gives you a list of different explanations, and there's only one, Dave, that you can actually think is reasonable to think.
No, Luca, go away. Go away. You're not getting banned from studio. Oh no, it says
you're banned from everywhere, Luca. Get
go away.
The hint. F off. Nobody wants you here.
Yep.
Yeah, I've just kicked him. Right. Yeah, that's the list of stuff there. Is that what you're on about, Michael?
Yeah. So you've got a remnant form of ancient civilization remains on Earth. You've got an intelligent species evolved separately from humans and now stays hidden. You've got terrestrials traveled from another time period or planet, or you've got unidentified creatures are of supernatural origin likened to earthbound angels. I mean, it's not hard to pick one out of that, which it most likely is.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the demons are the spirits of the Nephilim that have no place on earth or in heaven.
Yeah.
And I think that they long for existence on a physical plane. Yeah, and in lieu of actual human possession, I think what they do is I think that there's maybe perhaps some way that they make artificial like homunculi that these things can possess.
Yeah.
And this is probably what we see in the form of NPCs.
Absolutely.
And what about I've heard some crazy stories regarding these men in black where they look like robots or not like normal looking humans, you know.
Mm-hmm. And see, here's what they did with that Men in Black. I remember as a kid reading stories about the Men in Black visiting people who'd had these experiences or seen UFOs and stuff like that. Some really strange stuff. Then they came out with this movie called Men in Black. And made it, so that now if anybody talks about that or has that experience, they say, oh, you mean like in that movie with Will Smith? Come on, you're crazy. See, and that's what it was designed for, bro. That's exactly what it was designed
to make it look silly. Exactly. Exactly. Because you do see videos. I mean, I've seen videos of them, whether it's them or not, them men in black, whether it is actually them or not. But there's certainly videos of them and people.
Stories of these guys going back to the 1800s, even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Certainly got experiences with it. And like I say, I don't believe everyone's lying. Don't believe everyone's lying.
No,
Yes,
no.
a lot of them are. Of course, a lot of them are. People like to think of themselves as something happening to them just to make them significant, you know. But definitely not all lies.
I listened to this one tale about him, and this guy seen this UFO, and literally as soon as he'd seen it, they were at his door. And he invites them in, and he said they won't walk past his microwave oven. They were like dodging it.
Wow.
And while they were talking, it was as though they were like running out of power and slowing down. And you know, very strange story. Like, I don't see why you'd make that up.
No, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's
Exactly.
like,
exactly.
but
Right.
he said they had like weird thin slit mouths, and the skin didn't look like it were real skin, and you know, just strange stuff. But yeah, if you were a demonic spirit and you've been bodiless for like 4,000 years, can't eat, can't drink, can't experience out, you're gonna hate people with a body.
Luca, is that you with your others? It says, "What about me?" And it's got that. You see it, Michael?
Where?
That different demon thing backstage. Michael.
Oh yeah, I do see that. Like.
Yeah. You see it. So that's the other one it showed before. It's Luke. I don't know. Is it Luca?
It might be Luca, like, but the fact is, right?
Not happening, Luca.
Once bitten, twice shy. We've been palm bombed. No one's coming on who we don't know.
What is his obsession with wanting to be on so badly?
Exactly. Sorry, Luca. It's not happening. It's not happening. He says he wants to correct some. Oh, and he said it on both. It is Luca, I think, on both of them. He says on his thing, on his avatar, "I want to correct something." It's probably about calling me a bully or something. But I haven't seen the video. I trust what other people have seen and said. So I don't want to see the video, dude. What do you mean? Hold on. Wow.
See, he's even derailing show from private.
From outside, yeah, exactly. Let's carry on.
You know, those initial sightings and the crash at Roswell were very likely connected to Operation Paperclip, and the government just didn't want that project to be made public, so they went with another.
I kind of agree with that. I mean, that's most likely. I mean, the Paperclip's got a lot to answer for, isn't it? Yeah, that was the load of Nazis when they come to America and all that and started working for the government there. Yeah, a lot of things went on into that.
I've been to Roswell.
Oh, you've been out?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They got the museum and all this stuff there. I'll have to dig out the pictures and videos and stuff that I got of that. It was a lot of fun. They got it's a really cool little museum too. You know, they've got like this dioramas set up showing how it supposedly happened and all this other alien nonsense there. And of course, you can find any kind of UFO paraphernalia you're looking for in Roswell. I mean,
yeah, chilling derailment syndrome.
Derailment syndrome.
Yeah, it's about right.
I like it, chilling. I like that.
Hey, maybe it's an illness. Don't tell them that. People will start to put on TikTok with the derailment syndrome now, you know.
Oh my God.
TikTok's bad for fake illnesses, isn't it? People making videos out of fake illnesses. It's crazy.
What cracks me up about the dude is he wants to come on, push the envelope, and then he gets surprised when he's pushed it too far.
Yeah.
He does it again. Same thing happens. And then when you go, okay, enough of that shit, then he wants to come back and do it again. And in a way, he's actually derailing the show remotely now, because now look at where we're at. We're talking about fucking Luca.
Exactly. It's craziness.
Let me grab my coffee.
But I will tell you one thing, right? I left him a comment while I was away, and I got trolled to pieces.
No doubt.
And all usual suspects are all there telling him he's right, this, that, and other. Do you know what I mean? And that encourages him to then go down the road of becoming an anti-flat earther. You know?
Yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly. Vicky's already said that to me that in his chat.
But if
In
you're
his
listening,
comment-
Luca, just because you've got a bunch of idiots all telling you you're correct, don't mean you're correct, mate. Because the
No.
people who are telling you that are like brain dead.
Yeah, exactly. It just means they're a bunch of idiots as well. You know what I
Keep
mean?
listening to Brendan, you're going to end up tucking your wiener. I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
Theory: men from Mars, women from Venus. Just kidding. Yeah, Operation Paperclip was when we
And the androgynous from Mercury.
smuggled, remember this, ex-Nazis into the country so we could utilize their expertise to get a leg up on other nations and their technological advancements.
Chilling. Derailment syndrome is a major killer of train drivers. Not bad, Jim, not bad.
Of course, the government didn't want anybody to know about that. Okay. So anyway, human technology explains.
They did a bad job of the government didn't want anybody to know about that. They probably did want people to know about it for theatre tactics. You know what I mean? But for a narrative out there, yeah. Do you know what I mean? There's so many narratives out there. It's all convoluted and mixed up. Yeah,
It really is.
it's madness. It's madness. It and who's there all for the confusion, you know?
Well, and especially giving the highly convoluted story that we're given about World War II. Okay, the noble and just war that we fought, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Come on. They really try to push it at that. But this demonization, so that now it really makes an impact. You mean they were former nationalist socialist soldiers and scientists?
Yeah.
And it's like, wait a minute. Throw the evil aspect that you've been fed out of the water. Throw that out there. It was the smart thing to do.
Yeah.
These people were on the cutting edge of science. Let's not forget that Germany zoomed ahead technologically, economically, and socially faster than anybody's ever seen before.
Yeah.
You
Exactly.
see? And so, yeah, they had the best and the brightest.
They were involved with that Vril Society, though, weren't they? Like, where were they getting their information from? I mean, were it coming from fallen angels and demons in the first place?
There you go. And I think they're through electricity, through electronics. And as you see more and more electronics, the more demonic activity and the more people act in a demonic manner. I mean, look at these people. When have you ever run into people that are like these trolls in reality?
You don't.
Never. I mean, you run across buttholes and stuff, but I mean, the way these people are, if they were actually in reality, they'd get their asses kicked on a daily basis.
Exactly right.
You don't go mention flat Earth to a stranger on the street, and next thing is slapping porn mags in your face.
Yeah.
A lot of UAP sightings. I'm with that. I agree.
Look, do one. Don't come back. New avatar this one. I don't care who you are. Even if you're not Luca, I don't care. They're just taking the piss.
All you sad little stalkers need to go and do one.
Kick from studio. I'm taking that. Yes, I'm taking that down now. Remove. Right, I've removed it. They've probably got it bloody logged somewhere. Hey. See,
How on this wild earth has a Kumavi's got a wrench?
I gave him one when he come in because he was respectful. I gave him one. It was he was being good. So I gave him. I did say to him, if you just start doing any baller stuff, you know what I mean, like and anti-flat earth stuff. Because to start off with, I thought he was a flat earther. That's why I gave him one. I didn't know. I didn't realize. But then he was respectful, so I left him with it. I left him with it. So he knows. He's been warned. He's been warned. I totally forgot he was a glober. I always thought he was a flat earther for some reason because I always seen him in Ireland, and I always thought he was a flat earther.
However, such is the strange nature of many UAP that observers close to the topic have been compelled to consider a more unconventional set of theories known collectively as the ultra-terrestrial hypothesis. This denotes a broad category of conjecture centered around the possibility that UAP may involve forms of non-human intelligence that are already present in Earth's environment in some sense, which somebody describes as sequestered terrestrial cultures existing alongside us in distinct stealth. In other words, they're already here, guys. They've been.
They're here. They're already here. They're already here. And
Been here since before Noah, like.
yeah, been here for a long time. A long, long time. Before the flood. I mean, since pretty much the beginning.
Been here for a while, and they are living among us. That's what this paper is pointing out. That's one of the theories that is proposed. Boy, you know, I mean, file this under things I thought never the public would never be discussing ever. You know, not even just a couple of years ago did I think that we would actually be here talking about this. Certainly never would have thought, guys, that a Harvard researcher would be attached to something like this, and yet here we are. What does that show us, though? Something is going on, guys. And I think everybody knows it. Aliens and UFOs, UAPs, as they are now referred to, they're no longer as fringe as they once were. We can no longer dismiss these things as fringe. Our own government is admitting that something is happening. The question is, what is happening? Let's keep going. One is an interdimensional hypothesis. Hello. Which was the focus of the previous paper.
And Michael, read the private if you haven't already.
Say again.
Read the private if you haven't already.
This suggests UAP may involve beings from dimensions that coexist alongside the 4 dimensions of space-time we usually perceive. Okay. Does that sound familiar to you? We've been talking about.
Hey, Mongo McDays, I never seen you there. How you doing? Good to see you.
At this ministry here, at this channel for a little while, and or that UAP occupants are extraterrestrial. Now that's interesting. These are they travel through the 4th dimension to visit different periods of Earth's history, which may involve our descendants returning to study their.
That would involve going back through a concept, through an idea of time. Impossible. Can't go back through time. Same as when the Catholic claimed to have a chronovisor, didn't they? Where you can't go back in time, but you could look back in time. And
yeah, supposedly the Vatican has this.
Yeah, they do. I think we did a. Did we do a stream on it, or did we?
There's somebody talking about it, right?
Yeah, or during one of our streams or something.
Quite interesting. I don't mind looking into it, actually.
Yeah, definitely. It is interesting where the idea came from and that. But yeah, you could apparently you couldn't visit the places. You could only see through this chronovisor. Hey, like a bystander watching the telly, so that's pretty much it. Nah, you can't travel back in time.
I've considered this, like, you know, like it seems like they're pushing prophecy.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You know, but like, how does this work? Like, is Bible telling you these things because Bible saw him pushing, like God saw him pushing? Like, it's a weird, twisted loop if you start thinking about it. I mean. How does it even work, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you said in there. That's cool. In private.
It's hard to even try and explain it, like, I butchered it big time, like, but, like, you know, God tells us these things are happening, and now these seem like they're pushing that prophecy, you know, but, like, it's some crazy loop.
Yeah, exactly. Are you okay, babe? I'm going to head from you in a little minute.
She's engrossed in
shopping. Are you still shopping, baby?
Yeah, I'm trying to sort it out.
Was it not working?
It just normally adds it itself, and for some reason it's not. So okay. I am here, but I am trying to sort that.
All right. Let me know.
You know, this is kind of interesting in the fact that I can remember as a kid that the basic consensus of anyone who's seen a UFO or, you know, claiming that was probably a fruitcake, some kind of weirdo, they're crazy, that kind of shit, to where now somebody says, yeah, man, I saw this thing in the sky. And they're like, yeah, really? Tell me about it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the attitude has really changed. And of course, through the programming that's taking place, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Definitely. Like you said,
And acceptance.
They were, like you said, a fruitcake, a numpty. Somebody was wrong in the head. But now people are more open to it, definitely. Without a doubt.
Evolutionary past. This is wild. This is Interstellar, right? This is a Christopher Nolan, Robert Zemeckis Back to the Future movie. You know what I mean?
I wonder what he said to people like that. Is it maybe some? He wouldn't have swore, would he have? Well, I wonder what would be like that. Unless it was like someone has been convicted or something like that, and they didn't want their name to be publicized. I don't know. That was a bit weird. Just like beep.
And in some sense, I understand why the speculation takes them there. If you are somebody who is committed to the belief that there is no God, there is no supernatural realm, then of course it makes sense that these beings must be our descendants.
And I think you're silly if anybody does believe that there is no God. I think the evidence is in creation, no matter what. Even if you don't hear from God, if you've never read the Bible or anything like that, the evidence of God is in creation itself, without a doubt. Without a doubt. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you've got to say that at a Big Bang did it, you know, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Descendants, you know, who with advanced technology are visiting us from the future, except wait a second, they're still defying the laws of physics. They're still, so how is that, how is that us from the future when us from the future still have to obey the laws of physics? That doesn't quite work out. But here's what I'm pointing this out. Notice what this paper has to admit. Notice these theories, as wild as they are. They exist because these UAPs are not traveling from another galaxy. We are not tracking these objects entering our galaxy from another one, and then tracking it as it enters into our planet's atmosphere, and then all of a sudden hovering over a mall in Miami.
Not from this guy, because he's talking about planets and galaxies. It's like,
of course, yeah. That's the thing. Like, there's lots of these pastors I completely agree with, but then you're going about a heliocentric thing, and it's like, oh, for goodness sake, can't you just read what Genesis says and take it literally? You know, definitely. I get this.
If this guy wants to believe that the fallen angels, they've still got to travel through that vast vacuum of space, haven't they? Like,
exactly.
Heliocentric.
Exactly. Or else it's some other kind of realm, some other kind of dimension where heaven is. You know what I mean? That's what they have to say, I suppose. But and I remember believing that heaven was in some other kind of dimension of some sort, or a realm. Or it's just when you're smaller than that and younger, it's harder to understand, I suppose. Ooh, ding dongs.
That's not happening. That's not what we're doing. What's happening is they're just appearing out of thin air.
Yep.
And then they're disappearing just as quickly as they appeared. And that's what everyone is trying to explain right now. So let's keep reading. The crypto-terrestrial hypothesis, which is our focus in this paper, holds that UAP may reflect activities of NHIs. What is that again? Yeah, non-human intelligences that are concealed here on Earth, perhaps underground, and its environs. Indeed, the philosopher Bernardo Kastrup recently argued that a version of the CTA...
Give that one to David Icke, non-human intelligences. Underground, you know, lizard people and all that. I noticed that someone did a video on David Icke the other day saying, was he right? And on the thumbnail, it was of him when he confessed that he was Jesus, that he was...
Yeah, I noticed that. I saw that. I was like, I was almost tempted to watch it, but I'm like...
In a purple shell suit of all things.
That's right.
Jesus.
And he used to be goalkeeper for Coventry where I live. But yeah, I thought about watching it, but I didn't. If I see the thumbnail again, I might do. Because I don't know who did it. I haven't got a clue who did it. It must be
Well, I'll tell
somebody.
you, a few years back, I was really interested in David Icke and a lot of the things he had to say, and I have to say that he does put some good information out there,
Oh,
but
yeah.
he is a gatekeeper. Okay, make no mistake, nobody gets that big and lives. Okay,
No.
if they're fully telling everything that's going on.
Absolutely.
But anyway, I'd gotten into where I tried to contact him, and I ended up getting in touch with his son. But I just dropped it. Because I had such a bad feeling after receiving correspondence back. And it wasn't anything that was said or anything like that so much. It was I don't know what it was. Something inside me said, getting involved with these people is not good.
No, exactly.
You know?
Conviction told you.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I thank God I've learned to listen to my gut.
Yeah, exactly. That is the feeling that you do listen to. You know?
That's it. Definitely. I mean, and especially those who are in Christ, you take it as conviction from the Holy Spirit. You know.
Mm.
Was, despite its seemingly outlandish, unlikely, and far out nature, the most reasonable scenario for UAP and NHI. So now we're in Men in Black, King Kong territory. You know, we're just we're looping in the best alien and monster movies from the last several decades. You know,
which there's probably a lot of truth in. Obviously not all, especially in monster movies, but yeah. They probably get it from truth.
They're pretending to be us, guys, and they're living in the hollow earth.
Did you say something, Michael?
No, I didn't.
Sorry. I thought I heard your voice in the back. It's just that when you hear something, it's probably something on his side, and you hear something, it just sounded like your voice.
It's Godzilla versus King Kong, and the only ones who can save us is Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones. The starting point for taking the crypto-terrestrial hypothesis seriously is perplexity.
I wouldn't trust Will Smith with anything. Not at all.
Over two interrelated empirical mysteries. First, it is increasingly apparent that UAP are not only aerial, watch this, but can also move underwater in ways that, per their airborne counterparts, defy explanation. Okay. These objects, by the way,
that's also interesting because, like in the Bible, it says worship nothing from heaven on earth or under earth.
That's right.
I mean, and under earth, I don't buy this hollow earth, but I do buy like there's waters under earth as well.
Absolutely.
So it is quite interesting that these things come out of water and go back to water and stuff like that. But it could still be fallen angels or demons.
And then you've got Sheol in the heart of the earth, sort of thing. So that's probably the only hollow part.
in other words, in both the sky and under the water, these objects are defying the laws of physics. Look at this. These objects have been observed to behave in ways that defy our current understanding of physics, much like their aerial counterparts. They are said to move at incredible speeds and are capable of sudden and rapid acceleration, deceleration, and direction changes, all without any visible means of propulsion or control.
Yeah, they only look so fast because of Coriolis.
Well, I'd like to point out something too. This is, I think that whatever these things are, I think it's possible that they're using some kind of a frequency resonance, much like how a bee can fly. You've heard of making a beeline, right? That's a straight, direct thing. There's a reason for that term. Bee can fly right straight through a side wind, not lose course, just goes. And is he compensating for it? No, what they're doing is they're creating a resonant vibration around them, a field. That's what they're actually doing. This builds up static electricity. And when they go near flowers, all they have to do is just walk around on the flower, and the static causes the pollen to stick to their legs. The pollen sticks to them. Those little things inside their wings are little tubules. Those are responsible for that. You hear that's part of that frequency that they're using. There's nothing aerodynamic about them.
No, they're not. No, really, they shouldn't be able to fly, should they? Just by the physics of them, the physical build.
You know, I've seen a few of these UAP footage videos, and it does almost look like there is a little bubble around them. Yeah, you can actually see it in some of them.
True. Wow, that's a good thought. That's an interesting.
Even that, if you've ever looked into that TR3B,
yes,
that's what that does. Like causes like a field around it, you know. So like the pilots in it don't feel any of that inertia and stuff like that, you know. Whether it's real or not, I don't know. Like, but
well, they say it's a 600-foot isosceles triangle. And in the middle of this, and this is where people have always filmed, they see this red light and there's something there in the center. Now, from what I understand, there's a tube that's 10 foot in diameter, that's 100 feet in circumference. You know what I'm saying? So it's a 10-foot tube that's turned into a 100-foot circle. And they're running electrified mercury plasma through this thing, which mercury will cause an electromagnetic field over 1 million times stronger than a copper coil of the same size. So I think there's something with the, and this is another reason they want to make you deathly afraid of mercury. They don't want you messing with it, not because it'll kill you, because they're worried about what you'll figure out about it. You see, it's just like they got rid of lead-based paint, not because kids were eating the chips, but because it disallowed them to use their surveillance through your house. That was the real reason. So I think that they're using a electrified mercury plasma coil in order to generate an electromagnetic field that encapsulates this thing, and this is why it's just completely silent and just floats along.
Interesting. Hey, how's it going, man?
There's so much footage of like seeing them free lights, and you know, it can't just be made up, you know.
No,
right?
Of course not.
Interesting. Moreover, some UAPs seem capable of moving. Now, here, check this out: moving through air and water with comparable ease, and perhaps even other mediums or substances such as rock. With these transmedium capabilities being one reason.
Sorry, babe.
I watch.
I'm back.
You've heard of Skinwalker Ranch, haven't you?
Yes.
Well, I watched that series that they do, and it's even got like quite a famous astrophysicist on it, like, and you know, a lot. It's mostly bollocks, like, but they've got footage of this thing, and what's interesting is it looks exactly like that little worm Mikey Smith caught coming out at Moon, and it goes into Mesa and comes out at Mesa in a different position. You know, it goes all the way through rock. But it just looks like that thing Mikey Smith caught.
Yeah, the moon, like that naked wormy thing. Like, it's like it's kind of like a
really interesting.
Yeah, it is, absolutely.
They've got on that, like, I mean, you can take it with a pinch of salt whether it's real or not, what they're showing you on the TV program, you know what I mean? But they've got the shining lasers straight up, and the light laser just stops and then starts again as though there's something in between. It's weird.
Right.
Really weird stuff that they show.
Oh, definitely.
Interesting. I watch all kinds of stuff like.
Yeah, but like you said, if you look up in the sky with an hour, you're going to see something.
Yeah. It's like it's almost like looking into a pond. You know, you just see stuff moving about when you look into a pond. That's what sky looks like. And
that's a good
the more away you can get from like street lights and that, the better.
The absolute better, yeah. Artificial light away from it. Yeah.
Tomorrow between 12 and 1.
Oh, it's coming tomorrow between 12 and 1, yeah. Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you, babe.
That's all right.
Let's get this unshorn. Finished.
And the UAP acronym was expanded from aerial to the broader anomalous. Notice that phrase, comparable ease. It's as if the changes in the physicality of traveling through air and water and rock It has the same exact lack of effect on these objects. Because why? They're not physical, guys.
Did he say traveling through rock?
Yeah, that's what I was on about. That thing on. I've just been talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, got you. Yeah,
It's straight into a mesa and comes out in a different place.
Wow, man.
They're immaterial objects. See, now,
Yeah,
as a Christian, I'm tipping my hand a bit here. But if you see my other videos, I mean, this isn't news to you at all. Christians who have a worldview that allow for a supernatural realm, which is another dimension where
is he actually saying the realm is that heaven is another dimension?
No, but like it's saying Christians who allow for it. All Christians should allow for it because Bible talking about this supernatural realm all the time and that heaven.
Oh, nice one, Ian. Nice one. Yeah, don't feel obliged to. It wasn't me to set up. It was Roger. So yeah, don't feel obliged to at all. You know what I mean? But nice one, dude. Nice one.
Like this is a scary thing. There's so many Christians who deny supernatural exists altogether.
Exactly.
You're denying God, in my opinion, because he's obviously a supernatural being. It says he's a spirit.
Without a doubt.
beings exist, and these beings can travel in ours and theirs, sometimes seen, sometimes unseen, interacting with us in our dimension with no problems, and then disappearing and re-entering their own dimension. For Christians, there is no problem here. For folks who reject the Christian worldview, they're still trying to figure this out. But here's what this betrays. There is something undeniable that is happening in our skies. Too many people are seeing it. Too many people are interacting with these beings.
Like you said, Michael, look at the sky for an hour and something's got to happen. Without a doubt, especially nighttime. When all the stars and that are out, things are more seeable.
Like I was telling that story for the longest time that I was watching one of these supposed satellites go over and it flashed me. Yeah,
it flashed you. Yeah.
Told everybody that story, and then I caught it on video.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's on your channel. Go and have a look.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
I think it's called something like when a movie flashed me or something.
Yeah. See, I have seen it. It's cool. It's funny though. It's funny that you've seen it and then you got it. Brilliant.
And there must be some explanation for this.
Sorry, bro. Sorry.
When it did flash me, it were like, when somebody shines a torch and you can feel light on your face, even if you got your eyes shut, sort of thing. That's what it felt like. It was like, made me feel a bit weird, like I'm watching you type feeling, you know what I mean? Creepy.
That was interesting. You just saying that about you feel the light in your face. It was interesting what Solve was saying the other night about it felt you can feel the intent of someone. Like if you're looking through the scope of to shoot some animal, you could be looking through it all like an hour, just following it. But as soon as you go to take that shot, the thing moves. It moves. It was interesting. Solve said that the other night. So I was like, I never ever thought of that, but it does. It seems to do that, doesn't it?
Well, it's just like if you're in a party or in a crowded area and somebody's staring at you from behind, it's like you feel it.
You do.
You ever say to somebody, I feel like I'm being watched.
Yeah.
How do you feel like you're being watched? How does that happen?
I used to get that feeling in pubs when trouble was going to start. I used to get that feeling like.
Yeah, exactly.
In fact, I once was stood at a bar, facing bar, with my back turned to the rest of the pub, and I had that feeling. And as I turned round, a guy picked up an ashtray and smashed another guy in the face with ashtray while he stood outside him, and I got sprayed in blood.
Oh my God.
See, and that's not by coincidence. That's because you felt it, definitely. Yeah, I've had that and gone out to the pub. You just feel when there's got to be trouble. Yeah, and it just happens.
You can whenever when there's big groups of people and there's trouble, you can feel it. Like if ever you've been in pubs, like you've felt it.
Yeah, I used to go out with my older sisters, and I was young. I was like 15. I'm 15 years younger than my older sisters, but I knew that when I was going out with them, they're like 4'8". You know what I mean? 4'8". They haven't even hit 5 foot, but they're hardy little shits. And they had to go out and cause a fight. They had to go. I knew if I went out with them, there was going to be trouble. But it was fun out with them. But they always had to cause a fight of some sort. Like, unbelievable. I mean, acting like kids at 30-odd-year-old. They wouldn't now. Obviously, they're older. Well, one's dead, but yeah, they always had to fight.
You know, it makes sense because if you were there and you were willingly wanting to hurt somebody, that must come with a lot of intent.
Of course,
you know,
of course.
People pick up on it, definitely.
I think that's God given, without a doubt. It helps us out of danger in some places, and a lot of places.
What's interesting is, and I kind of chuckle, but Christians were the ones who were being chuckled at up until just recently about their explanation for this kind of phenomenon. Because this phenomenon has been around for a very long time. You call it UAPs now, but they were called UFOs back in the day. This has been going on since the 40s, since perhaps even before that. Christians had an explanation, but a lot of us in the church were chuckled at. And now I just find it ironic that people who reject the supernatural realm, they're coming up with their own explanations that are pretty out there, guys. Like it's pretty out there. You know?
Is it me or is it creepy that he's got like wings coming out of the side of his head?
It is like his logo.
Bothering me big time.
It looks like Mercury.
Puts me in mind of Paulie from The Sopranos, you know, with the little
Paulie Walrus.
If you look at, he's got two like sharp teeth at the bottom, like vampire teeth, the other way around.
So he was my favourite character in Sopranos. Have you seen that one when they go to bury that body in Pine Barrens?
Oh yeah, I love that.
One of the best episodes ever on Sopranos. That's funny as hell.
I just not too long ago binge watched the entire series.
Yeah, it's
I
mega.
need to do that. I seen a couple of like maybe the first series, but I didn't, and maybe a couple of episodes after that. But I didn't watch it all the way through. I know he was going to like a psychiatrist and all that, and telling her his problems and all that. Did he not have an affair with her as well?
They go to bury this body in Pine Barrens. It's snowing and that, and Paulie loses his shoe and he's trying to wrap his foot up in carpet and that.
He's dead now.
They find a tuber horseradish in van and they're squabbling over it. Who's going to eat this tuber horseradish?
Oh yeah. Ketchup or some shit, some condiment, some little tube of condiments from the fast food or whatever. Yeah,
best episode on entire series.
Yeah, I'll have to watch that. Isn't that actor dead though? He's passed away now.
Yeah, he died. James Gandolfini, good actor as well.
Quite young as well. When they're probably in his 50s, maybe.
Yeah,
big bloke though, wasn't he?
Oh, I probably cholesterol or something. Right. Hey, Jermaine, it's good to see you. Every time you say that name, you just chuckle, Jermaine. That's the childish side of me.
Christians have been saying for a very long time, these are not intergalactic beings, they are interdimensional. And you know what these beings are telling us, you know, what they're saying to us, for those that interact with them, sounds incredibly demonic and incredibly devilish.
Absolutely.
And this paper goes on to discuss what they call, CTH, crypto-terrestrial hypothesis, right? Much of this, in my opinion, is pretty wacky. It's pretty highly conjectural, right? Including a proposal that perhaps these beings are actually fairies.
Fairies? Women fairies? I think that's a bit of a push. I mean, but if you see fairies as well, demons, that I would say, if someone sees a fairy and they actually do see a fairy, that believe it's some kind of demon. You know what I mean? Are you still with us, babe?
Oh,
possibly not.
I am here.
Oh, you are. Okay. Yeah. Was somebody about to speak then? No, cool.
What does that mean, Ian Henry?
Once again,
Sorry, bro.
I'm just saying, what does that mean, Ian Henry? Sov, I a hen on Facebook, same profile picture.
Oh yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah, I know who you are.
What does it mean though?
Oh, it's just something that he's a friend of mine on Facebook too.
All right.
as well as on here. Falling Down, dude, I think us older people can relate. Okay, Falling Down. I don't know if you ever saw that movie with Michael Douglas.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it looks like McToon.
he does. He does. Wow, he does a bit. Wow, thinking about it.
Yeah, he just kind of loses his shit. He's like, no, I'm not accepting this crap anymore. And I'm like that. When I watched the movie when it first came out, I was like, I'm on this guy's side, man. I'm completely on this guy's side, 100%.
Yeah, you're like, not today, not today. It's not happening. Yeah, it was a good film. I liked that.
Harvard researcher proposing that UAPs could be fairies. But if you I don't know, if you like that kind of stuff, you should definitely check it. I'm going to leave a link for this article. You should definitely look at it if that's your thing. Okay. But the whole reason why I'm talking about this, I'm pointing this out, is I think that there is a more simple explanation. But and for a lot of people, it seems outlandish. It seems crazy. But I think we're no longer avoiding outlandish and crazy, because we have a Harvard researcher here, including all kinds of outlandish and crazy stuff. So we're already in outlandish land. So which one can we choose out of the options of explanation?
Hey Jeff, good to see you, bro. Yo, Flav, how you doing? Embrace that name. Embrace that name, Flav.
I embrace it. I love
It's
it.
right. Flat alpha. I'm a
And
flat
you
alpha.
know what? It sounds better than bluff.
It does sound a lot better. Makes you puke.
I propose to you that we begin not with the evidence, but we begin by evaluating our presuppositions that we bring to the table. Okay. By the way, let me.
We'll be finished in not long, Jeff. But if you want to come in, let me know. I'll put the link up at the top. I just took it away because Luca kept trying to get in.
Let me show you, just to make the point here. Let me show you the concluding points from this paper. Boy, thank you so much for watching this video. Did you know that the majority of people who do watch are not subscribed?
Yeah, is he showing a video from before, or is that just flipped on to another? Let's watch and see what I think he's showing a video from before. I don't know.
Cut to end the video or something.
Yeah, weird.
To the channel.
Yeah.
If this video is blessing you, would you do me a favor and like and subscribe to the channel? It just really helps me to get the word out about this minute.
He's got a general like and subscribe video that he puts in there. Yeah.
History. I greatly appreciate it. So it says, finally, in closing, it's worth comparing these CTHs to assess their relative strengths in explaining UAP. CTH 1 and 2 have the advantage over the extraterrestrial hypothesis of not having to appeal to interstellar space travel, an extraordinary technological feat for any species to account for UAP. Okay, so in other words, when they say extraordinary technological feat, it's impossible.
All right. 2-6, Jeff. There you go, bro. There you go.
It's near impossible. It's extremely unlikely that sentient carbon-based beings could travel as far as you need to go in order to get from another galaxy to our own galaxy. It would.
How you doing, bro? You good?
Yeah, I'm all right. I just kind of want to come in. I know it has nothing to do with it you're watching, but I just found, like, I saw a thing from that remnant residue guy or whatever.
Okay.
And I noticed something, and then I went and looked in my Bible on my phone, the two that I have, like 2 versions of King James.
Okay.
And one, it's Luke 17.
Right.
And one version says no, and one says Noah.
No,
but they're both King James.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Yes.
But I mean, we knew about the Noah and Noah. We knew about that.
They're both King James.
They're
Both King James. Yes. I have one was the King James with the Apocrypha, right? And one is just King James without the Apocrypha.
Yeah, I've got I've got one with Apocrypha and one without, but they both said no. And
Well,
I
I
think
think
Well,
that's
you better
different.
check again because I'm looking at it right now. One is Apocrypha, and it says Noah, and the other one, the one that just King James, just says no.
I'll do
Wow.
it later. I'm not checking my Apocrypha on now because my monitor stood on it.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, wow, man.
I will
That's
check him in a bit,
crazy.
like, but that's crazy.
That is
But
crazy.
what the guy that does that remnant residue, whatever,
Yeah, residue for the Revenant.
yeah, he thinks the things are being flip flopped.
Yeah, well, that's it. If you
Yeah,
take a picture in case it changes.
I took pictures of both of
Get
them. Yeah,
photographs of it, Jeff, and that.
Yeah.
I
even
did
make a
already.
video of it.
Mm.
Even.
Yeah.
But you know, like
I
even,
put them. I actually put them in Element right now.
that's it. But even then, I'm saying take photos of it. It's good to take photos and have a video and all that. But
They can change as well.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. They can change as
But
well.
the thing is, you know what's funny is that you taking the photographs as evidence in itself. Because
Yeah.
why would I take photographs of something and to compare them for no reason?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. And if you can speak on it as well, then there's multiple things that need to change.
Yeah.
Right. That's brilliant, man. Nice one.
Yeah, that does sound like a flip flop then.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
That
Definitely.
Yeah, it's just weird because I do remember my Apocrypha because did say no before.
Mm.
That's what I find really strange.
Yeah.
Wow, man. It's residue. Or it's flip flopping. Which has happened a lot then. I mean, Houston won. We have a problem. We've had a problem. Houston, we did. Do you know what I mean? All different ways. That's been flip flopping all over the place, hasn't it? All
Yeah.
different
Well,
ways.
I just wanted to kind of jump on and derail things for a minute.
That's all right. That's all right. Luke already tried, so you might as well do it for real.
That's an important derailment, though, Jeff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I thought so too. So that's why I jumped on really
Yeah,
quick.
definitely, bro. Definitely, bro. Thanks for letting us know.
All right. God bless, guys. I got to go.
God bless, bro.
Okay,
All right.
dude.
All right. See you, man.
That's well interesting, man. That's well
Yeah,
interesting.
crazy that, like.
Telling you,
I'll
both.
check mine later, like.
I've only got one King James. So yeah, I'll have to check which one mine says. But I've only got one here at the minute. So I'll have to check. I don't know, go to a library or something to check it out. But that's really interesting, man. Both King James and they're different. Wow.
Would take. So I was talking to Ruslan about this. It would take about something like 25,000 years. That's incredibly unlikely. This is what the discussion reveals to all of us, which is hopefully the takeaway for you. This video is not going to be very long. These beings are not traveling across galaxies. They're traveling to our dimension from another one, and they are communicating anti-Christian messages that are in line with New Age mysticism that denies the God of the Bible, denies the gospel message, and it pulls people further and further into the occult.
Yeah, pulls people. I was about to say that pulls people into the occult or yeah, you know what I mean? It's definitely it's infiltrated into the Christian churches. There's a lot of it going on in Christian churches. The same as like you're getting psychic readings and stuff like that in Christian churches and
Really?
yoga. You know what I mean? Things like yoga and all that. They do yoga classes and all that kind of stuff. It's crazy. All sort of corruption going on. My throat's well gone.
I've talked about this in previous videos. And yeah, like I said, what once seemed unlikely by a lot of non-believers is now something they are beginning to fully embrace, which is the idea that these beings are not from another galaxy. The whole reason why this paper exists is because right at the outset, they admit there are certain empirical mysteries that we have all seen with our eyes, but we cannot explain. And I propose to you the Christian explanation makes sense of the data. It just requires that you let go of your materialism and be open to the possibility that there is a supernatural realm. Once you do that, a lot of things that are left unexplained make a lot more sense. Whether it's the soul, near-death experiences.
And Barry says, I don't have any paper copies of me, but
What
yeah.
verse were it? Luke, what?
Look two, was it? Oh, I can't remember. Oh, Jeff's still in chat. If you're still in chat, can you say what Luke it was?
Sorry, I can find it.
I can't even remember what Luke said.
Possession.
1726.
Oh, was it? Ah, there you go. 1726 is right.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, 1726.
17. No, my online King James still says no.
Just NO. NOE.
NOE, yeah.
NOE. Hmm. And
That
but
sort of like,
but Bargage says Noah on his ebook. Hmm. That's interesting. Crazy. Wow.
where would you get? How did you get from Noah to NOE though? Like,
I know. That
bothers me. Like,
Of course. I mean, I remember when I first seen it, I was like, no way. But I've been like that with all of them. It's you just like incredulous to it. It's like, wow.
You just start to learn to take them on chin, don't you? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Oh, another one. Oh,
absolutely.
another one.
And there is loads.
And exorcisms and these UAPs and alien abduction cases, quote unquote, these all fit under one broad category, the supernatural. This is something that more and more people, Christian and otherwise, are having to wrestle with more and more in these days. As a matter of fact, look at this concluding statement right here by the same paper. While belief in extraterrestrials is tenable, belief in something like fairies, which again in the paper they actually talk about as one of the theories for these things, is simply not.
I do believe someone could see fairies, but again, I believe it'd be some kind of demon posing as a mythical Tinkerbell.
Not a live option for many scientists. On the other hand, this weakness might equally and paradoxically be the crypto-terrestrial hypothesis' principal strength, accepting that explaining UAPs will require, quote, swelling ontology to simplify theory. Pay attention to this. We're going to talk.
Oh, Barry Ross says, yeah, Luke is still no.
No, my apocryphal one still says NOE as well.
Yeah, Mr. Super Sidewinder, anyway. Yeah. My man. Oh, hi guys. It's Mr. Super Sidewinder. Good to see you, bro.
About this. Given the apparent implausibility of explaining.
Go on. Hold on, let me put you on big.
If I can get it, I don't know whereabouts it is. Let me put my finger next to it. Well, what is it?
1726.
26. Put my finger next to it.
All right.
Over. Yeah. Oh no. To your right.
Yeah. NOE.
Yeah. That's it.
That's my apocryphal. Like. And I'll show you that it's my apocryphal one in a minute.
Go on.
Because it's got Maccabees in it.
Oh yeah.
So that's an apocryphal version.
Babe, Super Sidewinder says hello to you. No, not listening, babe. No, obviously not.
Sorry, what did you say?
I said, Mr. Super Sidewinder said hello to you.
I'm Mr. Super.
Mr. Super.
Mr.
Yeah,
Super.
When she made that video to Spud, I don't know why. She repeated herself in the video. She says, "This video is for Spud." Spud. I'm like, it's like she was testing the word in her mouth. This video is for Spud. I mean, Spud.
Just 1 minute. I have two things I want to address. Jeff, it's always Noah in Genesis. That's never been changed to NOE.
That's right.
Gold, we're talking about King James, like, so it shouldn't have Spanish Noah in it, like it should be English.
Wow.
Like NOE shouldn't be in King James.
No, definitely not.
At least some aspects of UAP by reference to beings much like ourselves, just more advanced in relevant respects. CTH4 explains them in terms of being so unlike ourselves that we have to resort to words like magic and supernatural to account for them, especially considering labels like fairies, elves, angels. There it is.
No,
angels.
Stop again, because Jeff, I thought you said that the one that in Luke had changed from NOE back to Noah in Apocrypha version that you have. I don't know if I think we might be misunderstanding here. Are you just understanding that it's been changed to NOE?
You said yes, mine did.
No, mine's not changed back.
Mm.
No, mine still says NOE.
Wow.
All my King Jameses all say NOE in Luke.
It's certainly happening, that's for sure. I don't know how people could deny it. Really don't. And you do, there's a lot of people still denying it. Every day.
They were ascribed at a time that predates rapid scientific progress and our more recent ability to understand previously magical encounters in more conventional terms. In other words, considering our historic and prehistoric ancestors likely interacted with the same phenomenon.
No such thing as prehistory. What's a stupid one, isn't it? Prehistory.
It is.
Prehistoric. Wow.
We just forgot shit every day.
Yeah.
We did just nobody remembered anything from day to day. It was just like and then all of a sudden somebody said, "Hey, we should create something called history, perhaps a legacy, a log of our events and a recording of the things we've done." Let's never mind. Fuck it.
Madness, isn't it? Hey, Sandro, good to see you, bro. Good to see you, man.
We're gonna go to the Bible in a moment. Current humans are undoubtedly better placed to comprehend such advancements, less as magic, but as a result of continued evolution of both technology and consciousness. And right there is the materialist worldview coming through.
Yeah.
The philosophical presupposition that they begin with, they have to end with, right? They begin by showing a willingness to swell their understanding.
What they begin with, what they end with. That's what they'll do. Go in circles, man. Go in circles like a blooming snake eating its own tail.
Of ontology, which is just a fancy way of saying that they're going to have to admit that there are beings that exist that we once thought were unbelievable. And angels are listed as one of those types of beings. This is where the Christian says, yes and amen. Swell your understanding of ontology, my friends. Keep going, let the search for truth take you wherever it leads, but don't fall back on your materialist laurels. Don't just settle again for the philosophical presupposition that created this confusion in the first place. Be open to the idea that the God of the Bible exists, that what we're seeing right now, that we cannot deny, is unexplained supernatural phenomena that the Bible describes in vivid detail. Take a look at this. Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 4. Ezekiel is a prophet who had a vision, and take a look at his description of what he saw. As I looked, behold, a stormy wind.
Is this the one we were talking about earlier? Yeah, I think it is.
Ezekiel's wheel.
Yeah, I think it is.
And came out of the north, and a great cloud with brightness around it, and fire flashing forth continually. Yeah. And in the midst of the fire, as it were gleaming metal. It's glowing, whatever it is. And from the midst of it came the likeness of 4 living creatures. And this was their appearance. They had a human likeness, but each had 4 faces, and each of them had 4 wings. Their legs were straight, and the soles of their feet were like the sole of a calf's foot. And they sparkled like burnished bronze. They were glowing. Under their wings, on their 4 sides, they had human hands, and the 4 had their faces and their wings thus. Their wings touched one another. Each one of them went straight forward without turning as they went. As for the likeness of their faces, each had a human face. The 4 had the face of a lion on the right side. The 4 had the face of an ox on the left side, and the 4 had the face of an eagle. Such were their faces. and their wings were spread out above. Each creature had 2 wings, each of which touched the wing of another, while 2 covered their bodies, and each went straight forward. Wherever the Spirit would go, they went without turning as they went. As for the likeness of the living creatures, their appearance was like burning coals of fire. Multiple times, Ezekiel wants to let us know these things are glowing brightly.
All right.
Like the appearance of torches moving to and fro among the living creatures. And the fire was bright, and out of the fire went forth lightning, and the living creatures darted to and fro like the appearance of a flash of lightning. What did Ezekiel see here?
That's it, though. It's trying to describe something you've probably never seen before. I mean, how you got to describe something you've never seen before? You've got to liken it to things you have seen.
It's seen luminaries, isn't it? Like what Dev spoke about last night. You know, luminaries are angels.
Absolutely.
Now we're told what that is. He saw the glory of the Lord. But he also saw the Lord's divine creatures surrounding him. They are not actual humans, human lion, eagle hybrids, okay? They are something that resembles these things, but they are something else entirely. This is bright, they're glowing, and they're flying very quickly. They're moving incredibly fast. See, a lot of folks will look at these accounts and admit that Ezekiel must have seen aliens. As a matter of fact, on the History Channel or something, right? There's shows dedicated to this kind of stuff, right? Ancient aliens and all that.
Yeah.
But then they'll go on to discount the Bible's explanation for what these beings are.
Look up like Nakash, they're called the shiny ones.
Aye.
Serpents, like unto what you find speaking to a Eden garden.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I mean,
and then you've got like accounts of serpents coming from the sky, you know.
And I dare say the serpent in the garden was not a snake type thing before, because it says on your belly you shall go. You know what I mean? That was a curse to it. So, yeah, it was probably a creature with legs. I think
why?
Anyway.
Not because of the evidence, right? But because of the philosophical presupposition that there is no such thing as a supernatural realm. And that colors their interpretation of what Ezekiel saw and what we're seeing today. And that's precisely the point.
Could have been Sandra. It could have been a demon like that, or it might have been some dude with a mask. You never know. You know?
If the Bible has been describing these beings in antiquity, why is it that only the Bible's description is legitimate? Why isn't the Bible's
Probably jaundiced. Very jaundiced. Nice.
Explanation also legitimate? You have to ask yourself, what is the best explanation for the things we are all witnessing in the skies today? What many are saying, these beings are telling them through quote unquote alien abduction encounters. The Bible has been ahead of the game.
I don't know why I had that up then. I must have clicked that by mistake. I didn't know why I had that up, Mr. Super Sideman. There was no particular reason I had that up. I just clicked it.
On this one, friends. And now, even Harvard is finally catching up. All right, well, now it's your turn. What do you think about this new study from a Harvard researcher? Boy, let me know in the comments below. As always, you definitely got to join the Patreon community, guys. What are you waiting for? Jump into the...
All right, there we go. That's it. Well, I think Harvard, they're starting to see the truth, aren't they? There's still got to be weird claims and all that. There's still got to be false claims. But
Wasn't it Harvard who come out with chemtrailing stuff years ago?
Was it? I don't know. Yeah, that was pretty interesting. But the most interesting part was when Jeff came on. Like, to be honest, that's really interested me. Because that's like it's either residue or it's flip-flopping all over the place. You know what I mean?
Those aren't chemtrails, Mike. Those are called homogenitus cirrus, which literally means man-made clouds. But no, that's what they're actually calling homogenitus.
I've got a video what I pinched
cirrus.
off Facebook. I think it might have been from Music Guru, and it's a plane spraying, and it's coming off tips at wings, like you can see engines, even coming from engines.
Aye, that's right.
But you know, like they're just lingering contrails, like.
Aye. It's just beyond
Yeah,
a joke.
you stupid flair, don't you know when planes go at different heights and there's different temperatures because condensation trails? Yeah, well, I've never seen no condensation trails come from tippet wings, mate.
Exactly. Right, we've got to play out with Mr. Super Sidewinder and Richie from 007. I think you just put this out the other day, Mr. Super Sidewinder, so I hope you don't mind. We'll play out with them. Bless you, bro, for, as always, for producing, supplying the music. You're obviously producing it as well, obviously. We had Sov playing live last week. It was brilliant. Excellent. We'll have to have that again at some point.
I wish I could play an instrument.
Oh, it was fantastic, man.
All I can do is play it full.
I used to play a little bit of guitar, not brilliant, like, but now my wrist is all knackered. I can't get the chords out. I can't get my wrist around it to get the chords. My thumb sticks out, so it's a pain in the butt. I could do a few little chords, but when it comes to like C's and F's, no, I can't get my fingers up there. You know what I mean?
I've got this thing happening now with this finger right here, or this finger right here on my right hand, where it wants to like kink up. But luckily, it's my right hand and not my left hand, because you know where I fret the chords. But it makes sometimes finger picking a little bit tricky because my finger will just like not want to cooperate with me. And that's from, I don't know if you can see, but if you look across my hand, there's no knuckle here.
Oh yeah,
wow.
I got that from beating the shit out of somebody really bad.
Yeah, but both my
knuckles. Look, no
There's
little knuckle, and that little finger does that weird clicking thing.
Yeah, it's there. I've got it in both hands as well. I can't. I'm crap the cameras. That one now.
It was from my less. It's from my less tempered days.
Yeah, no.
Django did okay.
Mine went from beating anybody up though. Like I just got angry and punched through my bedroom wall, and it stood with my little knuckle.
I was never one to start a fight, but I sure as hell would finish it.
Oh, of course.
And a lot of times what happened would be like I get pushed into a corner and then I just go ape shit.
Yeah.
And like in several times I've had to have people pulling me off, and then I realize reality and I'm like, what the fuck was going on? And I look and there's this person laying there with blood all over him and shit. And I'm like, oh dude, well, you should have quit fucking with me when I told you to quit fucking.
Well, that's it.
I've never had a fight in my life.
You're right.
We used to call that having a blue devil, you know, like when you just flip and you lose total control and you don't know what you've done.
Yeah. Listen, I don't like it. I hate it. I'll avoid it at all costs, because even if you win, you end up hurt.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, and I don't like
when
pain.
you want somebody to stop fucking about with you, Dave, and just carry on. It's like,
well, this one time I remember I was walking home from school and I heard somebody running up behind me. And before I even had a chance to turn around, this dude jumped on my back and was on me like piggyback style. And I was like, fuck this. And I just flipped him off my back down on the ground, and I just jumped on top of him. And the next thing I know, my friend's pulling me off of him, and this kid's laying there unconscious with a face looking like hamburger.
It happens. But someone jumps on you, though, you've got to defend yourself. Late as I said, Joe, we're just finishing it. Just playing that with Mr. Super Sidewinder and Richie. Yeah, you got to finish it. Definitely.
Well, or just laugh in their face when the men punish it.
I mean, I'd rather walk away from a fight.
You dish wine at people, though, and then it's on them if they keep like ignoring it. You know what I mean? There's only so many times you can say "Gia," you know what I mean?
Of course.
And then when somebody just blatantly attacks you like that, Dave, then happen to them, you know.
You've got to defend yourself. Absolutely.
The life for life, innit? You're defending yourself.
And let me tell you something, man. If you, depending on what your stature is, even Samuel Colt, he made the equalizer because he said God made men of all statures and sizes, but Samuel Colt made them equal. Yeah. And the reality of that is too, you know, everything is a weapon, and if you need to use one, Okay. I remember in elementary school, we'd had a field trip where we went roller skating. Well, I went roller skating all the time anyway, so I had my own set of roller skates, and I had them laced together, tied together at the laces and slung over my shoulder. I'm walking home from school, and this kid, he was all the time picking on me. I'd have to take alternate routes just to avoid this guy, and he was this big, huge, redheaded kid. He was like twice my size, twice my weight, huge. And I finally, one day, and there I was walking home with them skates over my shoulder, and I see him coming at me, and I'm like, oh shit, oh God, here he comes. He comes up and he starts that shit where he starts pushing me, and them skates fell off my shoulder and right down into my hands.
Wow.
And I don't know what come over me, but I swung those things like a medieval flail and hit that son of a gun right upside the head, knocked him unconscious into a ditch, and I just went home. About an hour and a half later, here comes this kid with his mom to my door. And this kid's got a bandage on his head and shit. My dad answers the door, and I'm standing there next to him. Well, I didn't want to be anywhere near it. My dad answers the door. And my dad's, and he says, your son did this to my son today. And he already knew this kid had been picking on me and shit, right? So my dad says, David, come here. So I come to the door, and he says, did you do that? And I said, yeah. And he looked at that mom and he says, you mean that this little guy right here did that to this big juggle-headed idiot? And he looked at me and says, good job, Dave, and shut the door.
Yeah, that's something my dad would have said if it happened. But yeah, I didn't fight until I was a bit older.
I used to work at this truck place, and this kid always picked on me. Like sneaking up behind you and getting your kidney punches and stuff like that.
I did that.
And this one day, and it was a truck place, so we had a big truck jig, you know what I mean, and nuts, spanners and ratchet for it were for 50, 70 mil. And I picked this big spanner up this one day and I swung it at his head and I missed by inches. And it shit him up because if I'd have hit his head, I'd have took his head clean off his neck.
You would have, like that.
It shit him up after that. He never bothered with me again.
Yeah, I had someone who used to do that.
But if I'd have hit him, I'd have been going to prison, because it.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
I went with some rape farce.
Definitely. I mean,
but that's all bullies need. All bullying needs a little bit of fear, and then they're done.
That's right. Definitely. I mean, I've experienced that in my life. Bullied when I was a kid. Then later on, stuck up for yourself, and they would just run away. Do you know what I mean? They were just idiots. Absolutely idiots. Anyway, guys, nice one for coming on. Got to play out the Mr. Super Sidewinder. It's always a pleasure to spend time with you. Always.
Yeah, guys.
You too, bro. And you, Dev.
And you, absolutely.
And you, Vicky, even though you're not talking.
You gotta say bye, babe.
Bye.
Say bye to everyone
Bye.
individually. I'm joking.
I did your shopping.
Oh, Dave just went out. I'm playing out with us. I thought you'd stay to the end of the song. Dave doesn't usually stay to the end of the song unless he's playing it. Right, I'm playing Mr. Super Sidewinder and Richie. Excellent, guys. Excellent. Brilliant as always. Fantastic. And again, thanks for letting us use the music, dude. If you're still there. Oh, Sea Lightning came in at the end. Hey, Sea Lightning, and goodbye, Sea Lightning. Right, I'm going to say bye here, guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow or on Flatsters tonight. Bless you guys. Here the sun sets free. It's free.
Indeed.
I knew you'd come in. Bless you guys. Yeah, right.